Hello everyone, this is what I call the Sea Dragon design. It's roughly at around 16 speed and 2325 health, which may not seem a lot of health, but the speed is where it's at. It goes at around 50 kilometers per hour. Now this design is really special because you can put a workbench, you can put 5 engines, you can put this much worth of storage, and of course you can put storage over there. And it has a special function wherein you can put a moon pool. A moon pool that's also airlocked, and it also has a pixel gap to lower and rise your anchor safely. Not only that, it has shield cannons, which basically means you can shoot out of cannons and close it immediately in a relatively safe spot. Finally, it also has an anti-raid feature wherein if there's enemies on top of your base, so like for example, if they were over here and they were door camping you, you can just enter from this hatch. And of course, you also have an airlock door base over here for your sail, just in case you get raided. And the best part, you can still drive it even if the door is closed. However, you won't be able to open it unless you do alt. Make sure it goes outside, otherwise you just won't be able to go outside. Finally, you have two spaces, four beds, if you're in a duo, trio, or quad, or more storage. You start here, and you go face in that direction, towards where your building base is. Make sure the triangle is facing that way. You put two squares, and then you put two triangles, and then you go put the doorway over here, and the wall over here, window over here. You put a doorway here. You could put a window here or here, but honestly, just put walls, floor, and then that's it. Now you can put sails here. You can put your steering wheel over here, and you can start going to the deep sea. Now this is the perfect thing to do if you're starting out in a fresh wipe. You can use wood walls or metal if you have. And of course you put a roof over here. Put a ladder here. Put one over here. Put one over here. Put one over here. Put one there. And yeah, you could probably make it 5, but honestly that should be good. And you can put stuff here. You can even put an engine over here or storage. And yeah, this is pretty much the early game base. However, once you get the materials listed down there, get every single one. You gotta remove a lot of stuff. Not all, but a lot. You can pick this up, pick this up, pick this up, pick this up, remove the doors, and then you gotta remove this. You must shoot it or break it. It's gonna take a while. That's the only downside of this design in the early game. Remove this and everything else you can keep. You can put the wall here and the wall here. Now, starting from this way, you get two squares, you get a triangle here, and then you make a triangle like this. This is going to be where your airlocked moon pool will go. You gotta remove this. This is where your moon pool will go. And then, this is really important. You gotta make sure that you put a wall here first, and then the anchor. So that you can have this pixel gap over there where you can lower and rise your anchor without you being shot at by anyone. Next is you're going to have a door here, a door over there. You're going to put a wall or a window over there, and one over there. Now finally is you'll have a door, a window, and you can cover this up. Put the floor here and here. Now for this one, you put a floor triangle over here, the right side, and the floor triangle frame over there. Now for this one, you have to remove this. You put another frame over here. Again, this is assuming you have all of the materials, and that includes the two triangle hatchet. You put one here, put one facing this way. Of course, by now, you should probably also have a tier 2, so you also have this one for this one for this one for this one. And of course the doors. Never forget the doors. Put one here, make sure it's facing right. Put one here, make sure it's facing left. There you go. Now finally, you gotta put the cannons. Just two for this one. Put one over here. Put one over here. There you go. And of course, when you're done, remove this. Immediately, you have to go up and you have to place a floor triangle with two windows, a doorway, and you put the steering wheel over there. Put two windows, cover it up with a floor triangle, and then put your door over here. Next thing you gotta do is you gotta put a wall here, a door here, a door here, a door here, a window over there, two walls, and roof. Now, if you want to see more stuff, you could probably put windows there. One here, maybe one. No big deal. You can also put one over here. And of course, one here. Now, what is the purpose of this specific design? As I said before, this is extremely good for controllability. You can control who and how your base will go. It's not good at countering, however, it's good at escaping and securing your loot. So what do I mean? Naturally, in the normal setup, there's no raiders. You go through this one. Because if you go through this one, it's gonna be a bit cluttered. It's gonna be a bit tight. So you could go there, but I don't recommend it. Just go here. However, when there are raiders, obviously you need to close this one. When this is closed, you'll go through this one. Okay, once you finish building this entire thing, and you finish placing the doors, doesn't really matter what stuff you put there, as long as you put doors. Can be armored if you want, but no, that's too much. Anyway, now you can start putting sails. I really recommend just putting a ladder here instead. That way you won't have to spend even more power. And again, I said you can put up to 10 sails here. By the way, put a triangle hull over here and one over here, which there is already. You have to put it after you put the anchor, by the way. Otherwise, it just won't work. Okay, so starting from here, you start from the very top. That's number one. Put one here. Number two. Number three. You put floor triangle there and there. This is the number four. Number five. And then one over here. One over here. Number six, number seven. Could just do it like that, so I have more space. Number eight, and one for this one. Right there. Number nine, and the final one. Number 10. Now you have 10 sails. You can add even more power than this. You have 10 sails. But that's fine. Now we go down here. And here's the fun part. You start putting the engines. I really recommend putting a bed first, just for convenience sake. Then you put a boat engine over here. One there, one there, one there, one there, and one sail. I guess that's fine. Now you have 5. And again, 5 is the max you can't put anymore. You get salvage or bamboo might work. And you can actually put up to 3 shelves over here. There you go. So that's a lot of storage. That's probably like 6 large boxes and I don't know, 16 small boxes. And of course, you put storage over here, you put storage over there. However, something a bit better, put the tier 2 workbench over here. And for me, that's better. It's the perfect balance because you don't really need tier 3 workbench. It's a waste on your boat. And at the same time, if you have windows, they'll be able to see it and they'll probably want to steal it. Though I'm not sure if you're able to steal it in the first place. And of course, while yes, it's like two large boxes worth of storage just to put a workbench, it's fine because you can put two small storages over here. You could also put the workbench. If you want, this storage, then it's fine. And you can put the workbench here instead. However, that would mean you won't be able to use this cannon. Or you could remove this bag and put your workbench over here. However, that would mean you put your bag somewhere else. Maybe here would be fine. Though it would make things a lot tighter. But yeah, you could also move your bag over there. And if you want to go up, you just put this. Go here. If you're not being raided. However, if you are being raided, close the door. Then you go over to this one. There you go.